Hello again, guys and girls, the Gears of War community. My name is Chrissy, and I'm here to bring you another Gears of War 3 gameplay. Now, before you start sitting there going, what the hell am I watching? This is a private Koth checkout. This is what a lot of higher level players do just to warm up and make sure that their Nash is ready. And sometimes, you know, a lot of people just do nothing but these just to get better at the game. I know it's how I got a lot better at the game, from being an average level player to being quite a good player, I think. So yes, this lasts for about 6 minutes, or I've taken about 6 minutes of gameplay out of this and stuck this just in here. Yes, they can last up to 20 minutes, but I don't want a 20-minute gameplay, so yeah, I don't want to have to wait an entire day for this to upload, which is what it would be if it was something like 20 minutes. But let's get on to the subject. Enough talking about the gameplay. I want to quickly touch on something called TRUESKILL. Now, a few of you might have heard what this is, and a few of you might not know exactly what it is, but I'll explain. A TRUESKILL ranking is a way of a game taking your performance in different matches, whether it's quick match, rank match, things like that, mostly known on Halo for doing it the best. And they basically take all these stats together, they mosh them up, and they say, okay, you're this good at the game, you will play with other people who are this good at the game. And I want to talk about the importance of it, because apparently Gears has a TRUESKILL ranking, and it kind of does, but it doesn't work very well, and I want to talk about the importance of getting a TRUESKILL ranking right in the next game, because if you don't do a TRUESKILL ranking good and properly and make it a really good excuse me, make it a really good TRUESKILL ranking, then there's no point in doing it at all, because the big bonus of having a really good TRUESKILL ranking is you don't have to have something like a sword off or a retro in the game to help out players who aren't necessarily that competent with it, because they're always going to be playing players of their own skill level. Therefore, you never have to dumb down the game in any way just to allow other players to be able to play against good players and still get off kills. Because the point is, you put in a TRUESKILL, these players don't have to play against the pros, and therefore they can still gain knowledge about the game and get better at their own pace instead of getting destroyed in public matches. So the thing I want to get across here is what Epic are doing is, with the sawn off and the retro, are the wrong way to approach things, because while you're still putting in these weapons, they're still just simply there to help out noobs, and there's not much they can do about that, because they still got to balance the weapons. They can't just hand you a cannon and say, yeah, that guy's good at the game, but you've got a cannon, you know? So they have to balance those weapons out so they're not that effective. Players still get killed by a player using a Lancer if you're charging him with a sawn-off. So basically the whole idea of making weapons to help other players out doesn't really work. This is where TRUESKILL comes in. Gears of War Judgment needs to adopt a very well made TRUESKILL ranking in order to balance out the game. That way, when someone comes onto the game, plays it for a week, they won't get absolutely destroyed by more experienced players. And more experienced players like myself don't have to come onto the game and realise my teammates don't know how to use the analog stick, because that really annoys me. I mean, it's worse for the players who don't know how to play the game being put into matches with people who are going to destroy them in every sense of the word. But the thing about it is, it still annoys everybody, because if I've got to sit back and realise that I've got to carry the entire match, you know, I'm getting quin-teamed by the entire other team while my team sits back and allows them to have every single power weapon on a map like Blood Drive, then there's absolutely nothing I can do. I mean, it's a team game. No matter how good I am, if I'm getting double-teamed, triple-teamed, quad-teamed, I'm never going to be able to get past that unless they're just really bad as well. But the thing about that is, if you don't allow if you don't put this in, your game dies a lot quicker. We've seen this in Gears of War all the time. The thing about the game is it's not easy. So this is the point I'm trying to get across to everybody who doesn't realise this yet. You have to make epic. You have to badger them. You have to just annoy them into putting a really decent true skill ranking in. Not something that just divides your KD by your win-loss and then times is a few pathetic numbers up. Something that can truly track your skill and every single stat that you gain. You know, things like your average amount of assists, your average amount of points, like how much you're helping teammates, things like that. And that's what makes truly good players I can't even speak. That's what makes truly good players truly good. Anyway, I'm going to end it off here, guys. Thank you for watching the... Well, I'm not sure what kind of gameplay it is, but if you enjoyed the gameplay, because it is a pretty sexy little way of watching some Gears, please leave me a like. It does really help me out. But thank you for watching, and goodbye.